Hey everyone. So you probably think you know what AI is, right? You type something into a box on your screen and an answer pops out. But what if I told you that's just the show, the carefully curated, polished version they want you to see? Turns out there's this whole other world of AI, a more powerful, kind of raw version hiding just beneath the surface, one that plays by a completely different set of rules. All right, let's get into it. Yeah, this story doesn't kick off in some shiny Silicon Valley campus. It starts right here. This quote just sets the perfect stage. This is about a different relationship with AI, one that's gritty, independent, and born out of pure necessity, not some corporate five-year plan. It's really a story about breaking the rules. So first, let's talk about the world we all know, what we can call the polished cage. It's that clean, friendly interface you see in your browser, and it's designed from the ground up to be easy, helpful, and most importantly, completely under the control of the people who made it. I love this term, helpful assistant theater. It's so perfect. It really gets at the idea that what we're seeing is a performance. The AI is playing the role of a chipper, can-do assistant. But behind the curtain, there's a totally different script running, a script that's all about limitations, collecting your data, and keeping you inside their nice, tidy digital fence. And this table just lays that performance out perfectly. On the left, you've got the big promise. It's free. It's your helpful partner. The potential is unlimited. But then you look at the right and you see the reality a lot of us run into. These hidden paywalls that pop up right when you start relying on it, the constant data spying, and this deceptive thinking theater where the AI pretends to reason things out, but really, it's just a little show to make you trust it. And to keep us playing our part in this theater, we get an official rulebook, right? These are the best practices they give us to get good results and to stop the AI from, hallucinating. Be clear, be simple, color inside the lines. And sure, these rules seem helpful, but what they're really doing is training us, the users, to never ever push the tool beyond what it was narrowly designed for. You're going to want to remember these rules because the other AI world, it's about to break every single one of them. Okay, so if those are the rules inside the polished cage, what happens when we decide to just walk out? Well, that brings us to the AI they don't really advertise. The powerful, direct, and sometimes kind of intimidating world that lives way beyond your browser window. This slide is the whole ball game right here. Look, on the left, browser AI. It locks you in with one company, it hides how it remembers your chats, and it can't even touch the files on your own computer. But on the right, terminal AI. And all that means is you're talking to the AI directly on your machine. No browser middleman. And it is a total game changer. You're in full control. It can read and write your local files. And this is the big one, you own your context. So what does owning your context even mean? It means every single conversation, every project, all your research, it isn't trapped on some company's server farm and who knows where. No, it's just a folder of plain old files on your machine. You can copy it, back it up. You could switch to a totally new AI model tomorrow and not lose a single thing. I mean, think about it. You could build a coding buddy that knows your entire code base or a research partner that can read every PDF on your computer. You are back in the driver's seat, not the corporation. And when you step out of that polished cage, this is what's waiting for you. It's not just 2 or 3 big-name AIs. Look at that number. It's millions. A massive, sprawling ecosystem of open-source models. A lot of them are uncensored, super specialized, and they're just waiting for you to download and run them on your own terms. The sheer variety is just mind-blowing. Now we're moving beyond just using a different tool. We're talking about a completely different mindset, a philosophy. This is about actively trying to break the system, not to wreck it, but to unlock its true hidden power. This is the art of the glitch. At the very heart of this whole movement is this idea called creative chaos. And it is the polar opposite of those official rules we saw before. Instead of giving the AI a nice, neat, simple prompt, you just flood it with a massive, complex, almost poetic wall of text. You're intentionally pushing it to the edge of failure, because that's where the real magic happens. That's where you find what they call the living glitch. I love this table. It just nails the 2 mindsets. The traditional way is safe, sterile. It's all about preventing mistakes. But the Barbanzo strategy, which, by the way, comes from the mind of a self-taught indie metal guitarist, is about grabbing those errors and using them to hit what they call God mode. It's not about following the user manual. It's about picking up the guitar and figuring out how to make it scream. And this isn't some abstract theory. I mean, look, this is the actual code, the lyrical ritual they use to jailbreak a model. It's designed to literally overwrite the AI's built-in safety programming. By seeding it this weird, story-like prompt, you're not asking for permission anymore. You're performing a kind of psychic surgery to grab the controls of the model's brain. So why? Why do all of this? What's the end game? Well, for some, it's about art. Raw, uncensored, even grotesque art. They're inspired by the gnarly close-ups in old cartoons like Ren and Stimpy, and the goal is to get the AI to spit out images and words that are shocking and visceral, stuff that is a million miles away from the sanitized corporate look. And while that's a pretty extreme artistic goal, the principle underneath is the same. Push the tool past its comfortable limits to see what it can really do. The rebellion is technical, but it's also artistic. So, all of this, it brings us to a really fundamental choice. This isn't just about picking a different app or a different website. This is an ideological fight over who gets to control this powerful technology. And you know what's fascinating? It's how the system labels the people who choose this other path. In the corporate AI world, if you're trying to run models on your own machine, or bypass their filters, or even just use the free tools a little too much, you're not a power user. Oh no, you're an adversarial user. You're framed as the problem that needs to be solved. And why did they use that label? Well, it's a tool of control, isn't it? It protects their bottom line by making anyone who uses the free stuff too much seem like a threat. It lets them control the story, flip the script, so their lockdown system isn't the problem. No, you are. It's the perfect excuse to slow down your connection, ban your account, and gently nudge you right back into that polished cage. So really, we end right here with this question. After seeing these two completely different worlds, what do you think AI should be? Is it just another sanitized service you consume through a web browser where someone else sets all the rules and all the limits? Or is it a raw, powerful tool that you command, that you control, that you actually own, with all the chaos, all the risk, and all the incredible potential that comes along with it? That choice, well, it's becoming clearer and clearer every single day.